writing a C code. If you disturb again, I'll stop. Be silent. Okay, I'll give you 5-10 minutes. You can ask your doubts. Now see here, if this is a function in C, those are familiar. I'm writing something called factorial. What is this? What is this? If I write integer n, anyone can tell me what is this I'm writing? And I'm writing some piece of code inside this bracket. Some piece of code I'm writing while, okay, while let n greater than 1, while n greater than 1, some piece of code I'm writing inside this statement also. Let f equal to, okay, forget about the declaration, logic only you understand, f equal to f into let n, initially f is 1. So this is C statement I'm writing, and n equal to let n minus minus. Anyone can explain what is this statement will do? What this statement will do? This piece of code will do. Suhas, what this statement will do? Anyone can tell me what this statement will do?
Find out the factorial of a number n.
Yeah, this is a function. The function name is factorial. Okay. Now see what is the meaning? What is the benefit of creating this function? So that any number of time main function can call this fact function. Okay. Any number of time, not only man, any other calling function also can call it. Okay. And if you pass n equal to not only 5, 6, 100 times I called, I change different value. Then that many number of times we will get different value. And what is the speciality of this function? The name of the function is fact, and it has no return value. Yes or no? And what is this integer n? This is a parameter. Okay, and this parameter is receiving. Please remember, the parameter those are receiving in SQL are called in parameter. Okay, and these piece of codes are written. Okay, and here see here 2 times we are implying semicolon by many times. One is here 1 semicolon, here 1 semicolon, here 1 semicolon. Okay, the same thing. If you are familiar with this, then you will easily understand what is a procedure. Now coming to your SQL prompt. Okay, now see, first time I'm explaining what is a delimiter. Okay, now see here what is a delimiter. Now usually let in this schema, my SQL is visible or not? SQL is visible?
Yes, sir.
Now see here how many tables. See here this statement is ending with semicolon. If I don't write semicolon, then this statement will not be ended. Okay, please remember this statement by which what is that character through which the SQL statement is ended is called a delimiter. Okay, so this is ended and it is returning something. Okay, no, sorry, I have changed the delimiter. I have changed to dot. Okay, see here usually show tables must show some result, but here it is not showing any value. Okay, here it is not showing any value because I have changed. I'm again creating a opening a MySQL prompt. Okay, MySQL, you can see here. Please try to understand. MySQL. Okay, you can see here. I'm sharing again. Here I'm entering the password root. Here I'm again creating a new console. Is it visible? I'm entering the password. Is it visible? Please concentrate here. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see.
Yes, sir.
Now see, there I have changed the delimiter. Okay, now here again by default the semicolon will work. It means what? If I write show database with semicolon, there it was not working. Okay, here it will work. Here if I write show databases, okay, so it will work. Okay, it means what? It is ending with semicolon. Now see here I'm using something like bank schema. Okay, so let use the schema name let bank. Okay, so this semicolon is working. You can see here. Now I'm changing the semicolon. I don't want to end the statement with semicolon. So that's why there is a keyword delimiter dot. Okay, it means what? The use bank statement will not work using semicolon. Okay, so now see here how it will work. Use let something I'm writing bank. If I write semicolon, it will not work. If I write dot, then it will work. So here database changed. Now see here I'm showing all the tables. Again, yes, you can ask your doubts.
Sir, yes, many people are asking, allow them to enter the class.
Don't you concentrate here. They're doing disturbances. You please concentrate here. Okay. So now see here, wow, tables. How many tables are here? Again, you see the table. Which statement I'll write? So tables. Okay or not? Here what will write? Semicolon or dot? I'm asking you, Suhas. I think you are not concentrating there. Are you in a?
Sir?
What statement I'll
Yes,
write
sir.
here? Which statement I'll write to see the tables present in this database?
Show tables.
So table, but it will be
Dot.
ended with what?
Dot.
Dot. Semicolon will not work because I have changed delimiter to dot. You are understanding
Yes,
now
sir.
what is delimiter? Yes or no? Now this in this MySQL schema, now I am again returning to delimiter without closing this. Then what will write? What will I write? Delimiter, semicolon. Got it? Now the same show table will work by ending the statement with a semicolon. Understanding or not? Now coming how to create the procedure. Okay, a procedure is what? This is a statement you can create the procedure. See here, create, the keyword is procedure. Okay, the procedure sometimes like a function, it is not compulsory that a function will receive parameter. Okay, so I'm giving the name of the procedure as XYZ. Okay, now see here, I'm not passing any parameter. Okay, without parameter. Likewise in Notepad, what I wrote void fact, in that bracket I may or may not write parameter. Here I'm not writing any parameter. Okay, I'm creating the procedure. Before creating the procedures here, already it is semicolon. Any procedure you are creating, please change the delimiter to some other symbol. Okay, please change. So here I'm changing the delimiter to dot. Then I'm creating the procedure. Okay, so create procedure. Create procedure. Okay, so I'm giving the name like XYZ. The parenthesis is required. Okay, this parenthesis is required. Otherwise, it will not be a procedure. Then I'm starting with begin. Okay, I'm starting with begin statement. Okay, so here I'm writing something called, let's select how many tables are there, account. Something I'm writing, let's select star from account. Okay, this is one statement. Okay, this is one statement. Got it? Now see how this statement will be ended. How this statement will be ended. Select star. I don't want to end this statement because I want this select star from account must execute inside the procedure. Okay, so that's why this should not be ended here. So that's why since the delimiter is dot, don't put dot here. If you put dot here, immediately the SQL will work. So that's why put a semicolon. Okay, so this is the first statement. Similarly, I can write select star from some other tablelet branch. Some other tablelet branch. Okay, and then put semicolon. It means what? It says here this SQL is not ended because SQL will end after dot only. Then I'm ending this procedure. How can I end the procedure? Remember, the procedure can be ended with what? Dot only. So that's why I'm giving what? A dot symbol. Okay, ending. Procedure XYZ. What it is showing? Already a procedure is created because I have already created a procedure. The same thing I'm creating. I'm creating another procedure. Let create. Okay, create procedure. This is not case sensitive. Create procedure. Let PQR or something. Show details. Let always give proper name. Show details. Okay. So you write this thing. What I'm executing, everybody write on your observation note. Don't write and copy from the Word file. Okay. So create procedure. This is another procedure I'm creating. Show details of all tables. Okay. Beginning. I'm beginning the procedure. Okay. Then show all tables. So that's why I'm fetching here. Select star from how many tables are there? There are many tables. Select star from there. I'm taking loan table. Select star from loan. So this is ending here semicolon. Remember, this is not the end of the SQL statement. End of SQL statement is dot. Similarly, I'm writing select star from some other table. Let depositor. Okay, so these two tables semicolon. Another table also I can fetch at a time. See here, more than 3 statement you can execute. Select star from something called that employee. Select star from employee. Okay, then I'm ending. How can you end? With the keyword end, then dot. If you put the dot only, this says SQL. This MySQL is ended here. This MySQL is not ended here because we have changed delimiter. Now what it will show? It is showing query. Okay, it means that this procedure is created. So details. How can you call this procedure? Now first change the delimiter to semicolon. Okay, delimiter to original semicolon. So now delimiter is changed. How can I call this procedure? You can call this procedure by using the statement call. Then show details. and without passing any parameter, because here we have not mentioned any parameter. Okay, so details, and this MySQL will be ended with not dot, it will be ended with semicolon, because we have changed the delimiter to semicolon. So now what it will show, if I call this show details, then it will show me the details of loan, details of depositor, and details of employees. You can see here it is showing or not. So at a time, how many tables we are fetching? At a time, 1, 2, and 3. Why 3 tables we are fetching, and 3 query at a time it is executing? Because inside this procedure 3 select statement is written. So this is a procedure. Okay, so likewise you please write down this thing. Okay, I'm giving 5 to 10 5 minutes of time, and I'm showing this SQL prompt. You please write this delimiter, how to create. Don't write this XYZ, you write these show details. Inside show details like this, and also write what how to call these show details. From MySQL I'm marking here to this one, the end statement. Everybody finish it and do it fast, and I need this copy. Okay, do it fast and share me so that I can return. Please write it so that I can return to MS Word.
Tasted a lot of success in South Africa when he came here with the Australian team for a test series. It's tough for the batsman, isn't it? It's not like you're playing against one country in several 2020 fixtures. Each game you're playing against different sides, different bowlers, coming with different strategy, and this is in with the pressure of semi-final 2020 cricket. Again. Just tipped it over the bar. I said he'd be cranky with a misrun. He'll be filthy now. It was tough. It went quickly. Had to jump in the air. But the Australians, they expect to take these chances. Yes, and Michael Clark should have. He's good enough. Got to him. Got to him quickly as well.
Yes, Baba.
He's a specialist in that position. Must be the left-hander. That helps. You just don't know in this game when some.
Okay, if it is written now, it is written. Anyone has written? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm moving to, now if you are understanding the basic concept of procedure, now I'm moving to the slide. What is that? MS Word. Huh? What your experiment number 11. Okay, now see here, only 2 minutes. So this is the usual. Again, I'm repeating the same thing what I told. Okay, there are 2 tables. Okay, silent. There are 2 tables. One is employee, one is department. I don't want to modify anything, so that's why I created a temporary table. The name of the temporary table is department salary. What is this department? And remember, this is a what is that? Not a independent table. Remember, this is a dependent table, or this is a what is that called? Say, what is that? You can say derived table. Okay, this is not a primary table, this is a derived table. It is deriving from this department. So D number and total salary will be the attribute of this department. You can create in this way also. Create table name as. Okay, if you are referring some others attributes while creating a table, you can create in this way. Okay, so now we have created a department salary table. Now my question is what? How many departments are there? And how many salary will be there? Since 3 departments, so there will be 3 salary. Okay, and each salary will come from number of employees, and keep this salary coming from this D number, 3D number in this table. It means what? Initially the attribute field of this total salary is 000. To write a procedure, okay, if you pass the procedure 1 value, then that salary will come and will be updated here. Similarly, if I pass 2 to that procedure, then the salary will come and will be updated here at a time. So that's why. So now we have changed delimiter to double slash. It means what? Every SQL statement will be ended with this double slash line. Okay, or you can change this to dot also. So now here, what is the procedure? The name of the procedure update salary in parameter. It means what? Here in, and the data type is integer. In says that this parameter is eligible to receive a value. So this PARI main is any name. Okay, you can make it XYZ also. This is user defined name. So now try to understand what is this procedure is doing. Begin and end. What is the meaning of this statement? First read this statement. First read this select statement. Select sum of salary from employee where D number equal to parameter 1. Let I pass parameter 1 as 1. So select sum of salary from employee where D number is 1. So what is the value? This value is 1 lakh. So this 1 lakh will be assigned with this total salary. So now this whole statement will be update department salary. It means now this one. So update department salary. Okay. Set total salary. Now this total salary will be set. Where? So total salary equal to 1 lakh. Where D number equal to parameter 1. This D number is the field. And what is parameter 1? 1. So it means what? This whole procedure statement will be replaced by update one where D number equal to 1. So this is a query and this will replace this 0 and this will update this 0 by 1 lakh. Similarly, if I pass parameter 1 as 2, okay, I call the procedure and I pass parameter value as 2. Then this will be replaced by now you execute this inner select statement. What is this inner select statement? Select sum of salary from employee where D number equal to 2. So D number equal to 2 you can see from the original table. If D number is 2, then how many salaries are there? How many salaries you can see? For D number 2, there is only one salary. So that's why now this right side value is becoming 50,000. So this will become update DPT salary, set total salary equal to 50,000. Okay, update DPT salary, set total salary equal to 50,000, where D number equal to 2. So this is becoming a query, update query, for which table DPT salary. So this 2 and this 0 will be replaced by 50,000. The same thing. But again I call this project by passing number 3. Now see here, what is this query? Select sum of salary from employee where D number equal to 3. So if D number equal to 3, then how many salaries are there? You can see for D number 3, there are 2 salaries. One is 50,000, one is 80,000. The sum of salary will be 1,30,000. So this value, right side value is 1,30,000. So this is giving what? Update DPT salary. The total salary is equal to 1,30,000, where D number equal to 3. It means what? This one will update this DPT salary, where D number equal to 3 to 1,30,000. So in this way, 3 times you call the procedure. Okay. So we call this procedure 3 times. You can see here: update salary 1, update salary 2, update salary 3. In that previous example, we simply call that procedure without passing any value. But here we are passing the values like 1, 2, 3. So that all will be executed. Now all will be updated. So if you fetch again select star from DPT salary, instead of 0, 0, 0, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 1,50,000 and 1,30,000. Okay. So this way you can execute. Then show procedure status to check whether the salary, update salary is there or not. You will know whether the procedure is there or not. Once you create the procedure, check the procedure is created successfully or not. I can show you an SQL prompt. You can also check that one. Next, coming to cursor. So this cursor part, because we don't know about cursor, in the next lab, I'll explain what is cursor and how to utilize this cursor in a procedure. Okay. So your work will be what? You please copy this thing.